Today's collectible spot, we are having a look at the WWE Diecast Medals Assorted Wrestlers. Spot's going to be having a look at the following four collectibles. Finn Balor, we've got on the far end, John Cena, Brock Lesnar, and Paige. We've looked at these before. This comes to us from the folks over at Jada Toys. And I figured we'd just have a look at all four wrestlers in this video. Some really interesting releases here. Finn Balor's is product code M200. John Cena's 205. Brock Lesnar 203. And Paige 202. Let's look at the individual packaging. You see Finn Balor down below there. And weird guy, Finn Balor. Side of the box and the back. We are having a look, though, at the 4-inch deluxe figures. The only one that Spot has not picked up yet is the 6-inch Triple H. Hopefully, we'll be picking that up soon. But collect them all. Comes to us from the folks over at Jada Toys, www.jadatoys.com. I'll put the link down below if you guys want to head over there and check out some really cool collectibles from Jada Toys. So there's Finn Balor. Of course, John Cena featured there as well. John Cena has to be available in a collectible release. Just seems like a no-brainer. A rather interesting packaging for Brock Lesnar. Packaging is not supposed to be like that. I guess somehow he just got loose, moved around on the inside of the packaging. There's Brock Lesnar down below. And for the Divas, we've got Paige represented as well. Not sure if you can make it out or not, but the interior of the box also has the ring ropes and the mat underneath as well, and the audience in the background there. And back of the package, same as all the others. Spot's going to take a break though, and I'm going to get all four of these opened up. When we come back though, we're going to get a better look at the Jada Toys Diecast Medals WWE Superstars. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Now that we have all four out of packaging, let's get a better look at the figures. Now, you'll see this in the middle of the video. This is the display stand. Actually, all four figures come with this same display stand. I just took the liberty of taking one of them out of the packaging so I could show you. They also have all peg holes on the undersides of their boots, as you can see here with Paige. Paige actually is one of the ones that I do need the display stand for, as she simply just does not stand. Oh, look, now she stands. Look at me being silly. But she did not stand before, probably culprit being that just the way she's posed with her leg forward and the weight of the top of her head, it did make for a figure that was very difficult to get to stand. Granted, this is also on this fabric backdrop, but you can use the display stands that come included with the figures. Just line up the holes again on the undersides of their boots. And a great way to also showcase the figures as well. The rest of them stand perfectly fine, but when it comes time to putting these guys on display, I'm going to make use of this really nice display stand, which, as a closer look, see, now she's not going to stand. As a closer look, though, it has the WWE logo there. Back of it right there as well. Kind of about the shape of the belt, too, you know, with the straps on either side. So a nice display base. You don't get these a lot with the Jada Toy releases, so it's nice that we get display stands. Maybe future waves, future series from them, we'll get display stands as well. So let's have a look at the individual figures, and we'll work our way through the gambit of the different superstars. First things first, we have Finn Balor. Again, a very strange looking cat. Finn Balor, currently, I guess at the time that you're watching this video, I think he's still on injury list. Brought over to, I think he was over at Raw and was champion at one point, had to forfeit his title. But we're not really looking at stats for these wrestlers, we're looking at the collectibles themselves. A fairly good choice, I think, from Jada to give us a Finn Balor. Just the nature of his character and the face paint and everything else makes him for a very unique collectible, as opposed to just a wrestler with trunks on. There's the back of him right there as well. Long hair, and he's got little straps here on the sides as well. Now, these are die-cast metal, so like the majority of these figures, aside for, of course, some of the little accent pieces, these are all metal. Posability-wise, they only do about this. You can only really rotate them at the waist. That's about all they really do. Balor's a little on the loose side as opposed to the other wrestlers. The other wrestlers are a little tighter in the waist area, but not a bad looking figure. Really nice detail on him. Love the paint on him. Not one of my favorite wrestlers, but I can obviously see why they would have picked Balor as an option. Moving along to a tried and true go-to, John Cena. He's got Never Give Up on his hat. Now the hat is plastic. The rest of the body appears all die-cast metal. He's got Never Give Up on the band here as well. You can't see me on his wrists, little wrist bands. You can't see me over there as well. He's got a hole on the back of him. I guess making use of a torso that they probably used for previous figures with maybe a cape option. Likeness-wise, as a simplified look of the superstars, I think they all nail them. Like Lesnar, I think looks good. Paige looks good. Finn Balor, it's a little questionable because he's only got the face paint going on there. But I think that's a good representation of John Cena. A good weighted, stylized, stumpy version of John Cena. Granted, he doesn't have any posability. I know, granted, his arms kind of look like you could be able to move them, but it's just the way that they've been assembled. No head posability. And once again, he has the waist posability. Nice and stiff here on John Cena, rather than the little bit looser Finn Balor. But I think a very fitting pose for John Cena. You can't see me. He's indicating there as well. John Cena might be one of my favorites from this wave. Haven't picked up the 6-inch Triple H, mind you, but nonetheless. Moving on to one of my personal favorites from this wave, though, is Brock Lesnar. I think it's just because I like Brock Lesnar so much. He is omitting the sponsored pants, obviously for, makes sense for those reasons. All the tattoos are present. The horned demon on the back there, along with the hooked, severed hands on the back. And he's also got the skull there on his shoulder there. And the tattoo featured on the front. Likeness, I guess they could have gone with a little bit more angrier look on his face as opposed to the calmer look that they've ended up giving him. Posability on him, exactly the same. Just a rotation on the waist. But not bad. Maybe we eventually could get a little... Imagine if they gave you like a little Paul Heyman, just for comparisons, a little Paul Heyman there. But not a bad looking figure. Every time Jada Toys releases new stuff, I always try to pick them up because it's one of my personal favorites for this smaller end collectibles. Finally, we have Paige. Nice done on the makeup there on her eyes and mouth. Wearing a purple ring outfit, long boots. Nice sculpt on also her hair. Now, I'm sure when they come to producing these, they probably think way in advance of the characters that they want to use. And of course, by the time that these figures do come out, maybe the likes of Finn Balor is on injury. Paige is still kind of somewhere. And, it doesn't make maybe as much sense now, but I'd love to see them expand and give us a series 2 of these. Trying to think of obviously a Taker would be a no-brainer. Maybe a smaller Triple H would also be good. Let me know down below, though, who you would like to see for a future wave of the Jada Toys WWE Superstars. But I mean, these are really fun. I like these. They're nice and heavy. Obviously, there are die-cast metals, so they have a little bit more just a weighted feel to them. Paint's always top-notch. Sculpt's quite good. And if you like super stylized versions of the WWE Superstars, these would certainly be right up your alley. Speaking of right up your alley, if right up your alley was where you were looking for these, you probably would not be able to find them unless right up your alley was either a retail store or comic book store where you can normally find these. Though best bet I would say is probably your local comic book store. That seems to be the best place where you can find Jada Toys stuff. But nonetheless, you can also find these. I found a lot of the Jada Toys stuff at the likes of Walmart's, and I think Target's had them at one point as well. Fairly easy to come by, but I definitely would recommend these if you're a fan of WWE. Today's collectible spot, though, we were looking at the entire wave of the new Jada Toys WWE die-cast metals. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more collectible spots heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.